we are going to see now how you are going to assign your IPv6 to your devices. I wrote computers, but it's not only computers. It can be printers, phones, and so on, right? How to assign them. So what we are going to do, we are going to drag and drop 4 computers, right? Like this one, 4 of them. And maybe in the middle, we can have a switch, right? There's a switch in the middle. Not basically the middle, right? Just for this design. And you connect, you are going to connect your PCs to the switch, right?
Yeah.
Number 1, we are going to see, to check the link local. The IP address that's gonna be given to those devices automatically, right? This is what first we are going. So number 1, we're gonna check for the automatic IP. Automatic or linker, the link local. Alright? So I'm going to drag and drop my 4 computers there. You can do together with me, my friend. Is there also there?
Yeah, no, it's just no matter.
Yeah, so let's drag and drop some 4 computers.
Yeah.
Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, just give me time to. Okay. I'm gonna use just any port in order for me to go fast. Fast internet. Okay. So in real life, it means you got your computers. Those computers can be 100, can be thousands, right? And you are done with the cabling. Now we want to check for the link local, for the automatic IP, because we discussed, like previously, I told you that computers, when you are done with cabling, your computers will get an automatic IP, and they can try to communicate using that automatic IP, especially for LAN, like in local area networks, right? Okay, let's check for them. You can go to your first computer or to any computer. You go to desktop and you go to IP, right? When you go down here, you can see what? You can see your link local address, the automatic IP.
Yeah,
so this is the automatic
IP.
You can see even how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those 3 parts, they are continuous zeros. So they just put what? Double a colon, right?
Yeah.
Let's go to another computer and check the automatic IP, right? If you want, you can write it down because you can print, or maybe you can copy and paste it down. Mine too, I'm gonna copy and paste. Let me copy this one because I'm gonna use it later on, right? I'm gonna just copy. When you go to the next computer, to other computer, you are going also to check. You're gonna see also what? The automatic IP. And you can remember that the automatic IP starts with what? FE80.
Yes.
It's a tone, right? Now we're gonna try to ping, to test the connectivity using what? The link local.
Okay.
So you close this small window, you go to command prompt, right, my friend?
Yes.
You click on command prompt. Now we're gonna ping. So I'm gonna paste my, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to ping my other computers, right? Using the IPv6. And you press enter, right? So you can see that there is a communication, right? Paul, I'm waiting for you there. Right? So you can see the communications happened
Yeah.
by using the link local, the automatic IP. You can do it even with IPv4. As I said, when your device will fail getting an IP, they can get it automatically. So this is how we can test the link local, right? Now we are going to use our own IP, right? We are going to use our own IP, right? We are going to assign those 4 computers like an IP address. But that IP address is going to be version 6 IP, right? So we're going to take the private one. We can take this one, like FC00. So the leading 0, the continuous leading 0, I'm going to just, right? Short one. So that's going to be what? The IP address for the first computer. When you say /64, it's the subnet mask, right? Now, how to assign, sorry guys, we are here. That's what we're going to do it later. Sorry, I'm talking, yeah. We are going to assign the IP address, IP version 6 to computers, right? So I'm going to take the private one. So it always starts with what? FC, yeah. So I can make it short like this, or I can write something like this one. It's the same, or it can be like this. Maybe I can say 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? 4. So something like this one. 3, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 1. So, right? But you can just take a simple one. Because this one represents what? There are zeros in the middle. But make sure that you got 8 parts. So you can say maybe this one. So this one I can also write it like this. It's FC00 0000 0000 0000. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? 7? Now the last one is what? 1. You can say 001. This is the meaning of this one. But shortly, just write it like this. Right? Now we are going to, yeah. We are going to go to your first computer, to the one that you want. You go to IP. You go to IP. Now you have to be careful. This time we are not using the IPv4. We are using the IPv6. So you're gonna punch it where? Here.
IPv6.
From IPv6. That /64, it's showing you the subnet mask. So you're gonna put it where? 64. You're gonna write it here 64. So I'm gonna say FC00 FC00 1 maybe, and then I'm gonna say what? 64, right? When you are done,
So can you make it a bit bigger?
oh, it's bigger, okay. Find like this. FC00 ::1. So next computer is gonna be what? FC00 ::2. Third computer, FC00 ::. Do it. You go to next computer. You only change the last digit, because they are in the same network. Let's go to.
FC00 ::1 and then following 1.
Don't forget the subnet mask. You remember where the slash next to the slash one, right?
Yeah.
The subnet mask is 64.
You saw it? See here?
Oh, I found it.
Like here. This is why you're gonna say what? 64. So you are using 64 bits for the subnet mask. My next computer gonna be FC00 maybe 2. Done. FC 464.
Yes, sir, can you please come here when you're done?
Okay, let me check first. Yes.
Alright, so it's actually 00141. And then this is a subnet mask. Can I use any number or
No, 64. Because it divided by 2.
And then can I ask this is the link local address.
Yeah.
Why is this IPv address not full? Why would it
No, because we make it short. You remember, like, we removed the continuous leading zeros. Like here. Normally this one you can write it as a
Long.
but all those zeros we represent them by double column.
Okay.
But it depends on you if you wanna make it long with yourself. Okay, now when you are done, you have to do what? You have to test the connectivities. If those computers are what? Are connected. Are you done there?
Okay.
So we are going to ping now. Any computer. Ping. Right? It was FC001. Maybe I can say 3. Oh, I forgot something on my. Let me check on my side. I don't know. FC. I'm checking my IPs. FC. It's working there. Why my yeah, it was here. I put it the wrong one. Okay, that why there were no connectivity.
Connecting.
It's connecting, right? Yes. Right? So it's very easy. Just the most important part, guys, just you have to know how to identify like global unicast, link local, unique local. When you know how to identify them, which number they are going to start with, and where to assign them, how to assign your subnet mask, everything will be so easy for you. Alright? Those who are done, they can walk at the back, they check if my friend, they are done too. There are 2 guys, I'm not sure. I cannot reach there. Please check for me if they are done. If they are not done, you can support them fast. There are 2, one can go to that other one. My friend, go to that. Okay. This is how to test the connectivity, right? Now, when you are free by yourself, right? When you are free, you must try to build your own network. You build your own network, you try to assign those computers like any IPv6, and you try to ping and see the connectivity, right? Just in order for you to practice. You can even replace some of the things here, some of the numbers, because you're still practicing, right? But the format of every type of IPv6 must be known, right? Now we are done with the first part, how to assign computers. Okay, in the meantime, when my friend is there, I'm gonna try just to, don't cut, I'll carry on. You can try to go around them, also they must be visible. The guys behind, they don't move, eh? Don't go there, just be somewhere there.
Okay.
And we are waiting for them to. When done, you can go back to the stream. You still have difficulties on IPv6? My friend, you guy, it's fine, eh? IPv6, eh? As I said, some companies, they can only deal with IPv6. It depends how huge the company is, right? But a computer can use both, right? It's what you have to understand. Now we're gonna move to what? Let me wipe my board, and we're going to. Please, can you start already from packet tracer, right? But make sure that when they are saying like this, means you're gonna plug where? Using the gigabit 0/0. When it says gigabit 0/1, means that cable, plug it on that interface. Alright? This is the meaning. Yes, guys. Now there's a scenario here, right? You got a router, and you have two switches. Those two switches got computers, maybe 100, maybe 200, because we're just practicing. We cannot like put all of them, right? But if you are done with these configurations here, it's the same even for 200, right? But we make it small because we are just practicing and seeing the concept, right? Now we are going to configure this one, right? But as I told you, make sure that you are plugging here, because if you don't plug here, like on gigabit 0/0, when I'm gonna type something there, you from your side it won't gonna work because you plugged to the wrong one, right? Okay, let's start a new one. We are going to drag and drop. I think the design is clear for everybody. We are going to pick up a router. When you are taking a router, any device that you are working with, you must know the name of that device. Alright? So when you are practicing first, you must know which model of a router or a router I'm working with. Like this one, I'm going to take the 2911. You drag and drop a 2911, right?
Yes.
Most of the time we call them like 29 series because the numbers can change, but the 29 is 0, 29 series, or 2900. So if you want to learn more about your device, you can just click on top of the device, right? When you click on top of the device, you can have a look of your device, how the device looks like, your router, right? You remember that I told you that those empty spaces, you see those empty spaces from the router, please? Those empty spaces shows where you can put your slots, where you can fit it, like one slot, but that slot will come with what? With ports. So I can pick up one of this slots here and, right? So this is the meaning, right? The meaning of all those empty spaces, because we can put one slot, but that slot will come with what? With some of the ports. And when you click on one of the slots here, they will tell you how many ports for that slot will come with, and so on. There are some specifications down there, but your device must be off. And if you go to the shop, you ask for 2911, so it looks like this, right? Okay. Those are your ports that you can change. Sometimes you need more ports here. Sometimes you are limited with ports, right? Maybe you want to connect like other switches, you can add. So you just switch it off and you drag and drop here. You just take this one and bring it there, right?
Yes.
Okay, but we are not there. Now, we need two switches, right? And when you are picking up a switch, you have to know which switch are you dealing with. So you click on switches. I'm going to take the 2960. So I'm going to take the 2961. Right?
Yes.
And for the 2960, you can have a look. Sometimes, guys, people are struggling about knowing where they plug this computer, which port. When you are just like on top of the device,
Yeah.
they'll tell you something about that device. You see? Like here. You see? There's some information that tells you, right?
Mm.
So you're gonna see number of ports.
Yeah.
How many ports from the router? See here. How many ports? Or interfaces? 3. So you can just put, like, you take your mouse, like on top of the device. They will tell you something about the device.
Yeah.
And you will know, wait, that now I got like 3 ports. First computer can plug it here, second one. And from here, you're gonna see that those ports are what? They are down. Down means what? Off. Right? The IP address, there is no IP on those devices. Oh, it's gone. Right? Where did I click for? Right? This is the meaning. So, and you can see their MAC addresses, their physical addresses
Yeah.
of those ports. Because if I know the physical address of this port, I can block this port from the wireless access point, from the switch, from the router. I can block it. Because you know what? You know the MAC address. Right? As we said one day, when it comes to security, the ports that you are not using. Suppose like you only use those 2. This one must be off, because you don't use it. Because if you leave it on, somebody can come and... Like here, suppose like I want to get like into this network, right? This Edu Power network. So I can just bring my laptop, take the cable there, plug it on my laptop. Automatically I will get something. I will be connected, right? Because there are some information that we are going to exchange. Okay, now we're gonna have 2 switches, one there, like another one here, and 4 computers. Just drag and drop. Okay. Your switches. I can use the fastest one, guys. Please, guys. You can see from the switch, right? There are ports. How many ports? First Ethernet. How many there are? There are 24 ports, right? First Ethernet means maximum speed is out. It's 100. So this port, first Ethernet, it shows it's 100 megabits per second. This gigabit Ethernet, it's 1000, right? So I have 2 ports for gigabits and 24 and 1 console port, right? Because I want to connect to the router, I can use the fastest one, right? Because that's, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to use that one, but you can use even the fast Ethernet. Let's use the gigabit one. Now, when you go to your router, you must always know where you want to plug. Like this design, this topology will tell you like you're going to plug where? Gigabit 0/0. So you know that now I'm going to plug it where? Here. And when you plug it here, sometimes you can try to write something on top, just to remember. You can go to notation here, right? You can place a note. By yourself you can put it, or sometimes it's already there. Right? When you come just see on top here, so it's gonna tell you, right? But sometimes you can put in some notes, right? So if you wanna know which port are you using, just go on top of the cable there, right? So it will tell you which port you are using. Okay, let's move forward. I'm gonna take this one left, 0/1. Okay, and I'm gonna also plug my computers, fast Ethernet. Okay, I don't have any requirement there. I can plug wherever I like for now. Right? Now, you see that there are two switches, right? Those two switches are connected to two different what? Interfaces. Means you have how many networks? Two networks. When you have a router, every port is a network. Right? Now you are in two different networks. So these guys, they can only talk between themselves. This one, two, they are going to take, they can only talk between themselves. Right? Do you understand? But you can make them talk. Later on, we are going to talk about those concepts. When you know how to connect networks, most of the time, this is where what we call wide area networks. When you know how to connect networks, different networks, right? And there are programs, there are software or protocols that knows how to make networks talk. We call them the routing protocols. We are going to do them for Ccna too. How to make now networks talk between themselves. How this computer can talk to this one, because they are in different families. But you have to know those algorithms, those programs, how to configure them. They are like processes. You're gonna say, okay, I wanna configure this algorithm. What are the processes? This algorithm says you must, line number 1 must be this, line number 2 this, line number 3 this. When you know that one, you are fine. But for now, you can see that they are red. Why there is red? Why it's showing red? And why it's showing green here? It's showing green here because by default, all your ports from the switch are on by default, right? But from the router side, the port needs to be activated. If you don't activate them, they're gonna still be off, right? There is a shortcut that you can use. So all those switches, routers, you can use the shortcut by using the graphical user interface. But I don't want you to learn that one because it's very weak, right? You can just click like maybe like on top of the router, right? When you go to configure, you're gonna see the ports are here. So how many? 3. Suppose like I wanna put this one on, I can just go where? And go to where?
On.
When you put it on, you're gonna see it's gonna be green. Did you understand? But I don't want to use that one, is it? So it's cheating, yeah? But even at workplace, you can use the graphical user interface. It's not like everything must, but it's very limited, so, right? Okay, let's put it on, and I'm gonna put it off just to show you how you can put on. Huh? So you can put it on. When it's on, see, you see it starts being what? Green. Right? Hey, don't do that. And you see that you can set up also what? The bandwidth. You can, that port can operate in 1000 megabit per second. You remember the maximum it was what? Gigabits.
Yeah.
That's why it's giving you the possibility to operate with what? 1000 megabits per second. Suppose like this port is 100 megabits. This one is 1000 megabits per second. So when we are sending a message, my message will reach fast, 10 times faster than your message. This is the meaning, right? Now, you can make that port to operate by using 1000, or so it's yourself. But it's better to leave it what? Automatic, right? Automatic means that the device will decide by itself, right? In which speed to operate, right? And you can see the MAC address of the device, of that port is there, right? Because later on you're going to manipulate those MAC addresses, right? You can also like assign the IPs from here. Besides that, you can go to gigabit, Ethernet, and so on. But you can also go here. Those are the routing. How many there are? There is static route and what? RIP, right? What does it mean, the routing? I told you, two different networks cannot talk without what? Without routing. Did you understand? Networks cannot talk without routing. If today you are happy sending your husband a message, it's because of what? Routing. No routing, no network, no internet. Internet is what? Set of what? Set of routers. This is internet. Thousands of millions of routers around the world, they are connected. But how they can talk? They can talk because of what? The routing protocols. Right? Now there must be somebody who knows how to configure the routing protocols to make them talk. Right? This is now you can configure your routing protocol. You can make it what? Static, or you can use the RIP. For now, I'm just explaining because we are here. So you can make it what? Static means this. Suppose that there is a router. There is one router here with computers and switches. There's another router here, right? You can configure the static route. So static route means that you can configure a manual route. You can say, okay, for you to reach this network, you must go to this IP. You go to this router also, you say, for you to reach that network, use this IP. Right? It's a manual. So you're gonna tell those two routers how to reach each other. Right? You are making it manually. But the problem is, if that link doesn't work, that part doesn't work, means you cannot be connected like anymore. Those two networks are down. We call it static assignment. That one is down. But if you configure a dynamic route means this. You are sitting here on your laptop, right? When you are typing your message to your friends, or I don't know if it's your ex or your new, I don't know, maybe in Pretoria or where, right? Your message will go through what? Will go like through so many routers in the middle. So between us and maybe those guys who are there in town, there are so many routers in the middle. So your message will go to router 1, router 2, right? So if it's dynamic, means what? Routers will make their own decision. Routers will choose the best part to send your message. Like you want to send your message will reach the router. The router will say, okay, how many routers I have between my PC or my network to other networks? So I have maybe 100 routers. Now, which one is the best? Best, like in terms of what? Sometimes in terms of speed. So we call it cost. Right? So routers will make that. So that one is the dynamic way. Routers, they're going to choose by themselves. But you can make it static. You are telling your network, okay, to reach that other network, you must pass by router 1, router 2, router 3, and this is the meaning. But for now, we are not there. From Ccna 2, that's going to be the lesson, just routing protocols and so on. So you can configure from here, you can just click on static and start configuring it, right? But this is not our today's lesson. You understand from that side, right? Now, we need a console cable for us to configure the router. I don't want you just to click on top of the router and go to CLI. You must keep that lesson that for you to configure the router, you need a console cable. So I'm gonna pick up those ones who like the shortcut. You see they are proposing you even. Okay, let's click there. No shortcut, eh? Not you going to this auxiliary. Sometimes I never explain it. So you can connect using a modem also, by using this auxiliary port. Okay. But let's use the console. Right? Now we are going to access the router, right? From the router now, we are going to configure what? IP version 6 for those two ports. Right? Guys, please what we are going now to do, we are going to assign those two. Hey, please, let me first put it on, because I don't want to use it on graphical user interface. It must be off. It is off. Okay, what we're gonna do, we do have two ports, two interfaces, right? We have to assign them the IP addresses, right? But not the IPv4. We're gonna assign the IPv6, right? And when you assign your IP here, right? This one, this is what we call what? Default gateway, right? The IP we're gonna give to this one is the default gateway for what? For those computers here. So for those computers to reach other networks, they have to know what? They have to know this IP, the default gateway. This is the meaning. The IP we are assigning here is the default gateway. It's the IP address that will allow those computers to be connected maybe to other networks, maybe if they were like other routers, right? But if these computers don't know this one, means they cannot talk. No, they cannot go to the internet. They can only talk between themselves. Suppose like you got issues, this computer cannot talk to this one. You cannot go here and check here. No, you know that no, this is from this side. There are two problems. Means was from the switch, right? But if somebody is telling you, no, I cannot connect to the internet, but you try to ping here, they are fine. You will know, no, this is layer 3 problem. This is router problem. Maybe it's using wrong default gateway, right? Okay, let's go to the routers and we are going to configure it, right? I'm sure you are at the same place with me. So you click on your computer, you go to your console, desktop, you go to what? You go to terminal, right? It's okay. When you are here, you press enter. Oh, let me first. I'm gonna exit because I was doing so many things. Okay, which mode this one? User mode, right? We have to move to privilege mode. Yes? No, why I'm doing that in order for me to start from the beginning, right? Configure terminal. You press enter. Now we are in a privilege mode, right? Now, when you are here, right, you have to tell your device to accept IPv6. Did you understand? You have to tell your switch or your router, you say, please router, I want you to be able to get an IPv6. Because by default, a router cannot get it. You have to activate it. Did you understand? And what is the command? It's IPv6 unicast routing. Right? So you have to tell your router to accept IPv6 because by default it cannot take it. Don't just go straight, you start assigning those IP addresses. You have to enable the future, right, on the device. You understand? You're gonna get a question where they will ask you which command that will allow like a technician to enable this, you know, IPv6